Live, my people. Live, my people. Are you here or are you here? Ausares, Uwacu, back. My people, tell me that you're hearing me. Tell me that you're getting me. Thanks for me today, February 2nd, 2024. It's our first show of the year. We are back, you and I talk show. My people, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being back. My people, you're in the building. Tell me, send me in the comments. Let's get this show started. My people, you 2024, what do you have planned, my people? Let me see in the comments. Oh, I see you, my people. Thank you so much for being here. I see your comments. So let's definitely get this show started then. Woo! My people, how is everybody? Welcome to 2024. It's going to be a great year. Welcome back, my people. Thank you so much for being here today on the show. We're going to start in English and then continue into French and then end in KinyaRwanda as usual. And my people, what are we talking about? We are talking about, first and foremost, prayers in the United States. There was a fake prayer breakfast with the Kagamistan in the USA. So we're going to talk about that. And then in French, we're going to talk about the Congo elections. What's the effect in the region? Burundi has closed the borders with Rwanda. Tanzania is complaining. You know, we're going to talk about that in French. And we're also going to talk about the West African countries, 3 countries, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali have exited the CEDEAO. I don't know how you say CEDEAO in English. So that's what we're going to talk about today, in English first, and then in French, and then in KinyaRwanda. So my people, if you are listening, if you're in the comments, send your comments, send your questions. I'm going to take questions as usual after the end of the show. You know, I'm going to take questions, of course. So thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends that You and I Talk Show Live Open Mic Friday is back. All right, my people, we are here. Your host, Ausares, Louise Uwacu. Today, we are February 2nd, 2024, and we are commenting. I'm giving my commentary about what is happening in the international African community, African American, African Canadians, the African diaspora, wherever you are. We are based in Vancouver, Canada, and I particularly also love to comment about Rwanda in the Great Lakes region, Congo, and East Africa, since that's where I is from, my people. So there was a fake prayer breakfast happening, and it was around the criminal dictator, the dictator of the Kagamistan in Rwanda, leaving Rwanda, going for prayers in the United States. How ridiculous is that? And this is the man whose policies have been attacking our fellow Africans in Congo, causing chaos and destruction, plundering and killing our fellow Africans, and then taking off, going to the USA for prayers. Oh, even Biden don't want to see him. Biden is like, yo, I got too many problems. I don't need people to find out that I'm hanging out with criminal dictators from Africa. So he's not coming to my prayers breakfast club. This is a parallel prayer breakfast that he did with a governor that we're not going to name. That we don't want to put him in trouble because maybe he doesn't know. Some of these Americans, they don't care, man. They don't care, especially the Democrats. They don't care about Black people. They just want to show that, oh, we're doing something with the Black guy. They probably don't even know where he's from. He's from Rwanda, little country, little criminal dictatorship. So he was there, still doing the same propaganda that he's been spitting for 30 years now. We're going to celebrate 30 years this year, since 1994, since he, Kagame, the Kagamistan, his regime, his criminal dictatorship, he ordered the assassination of 2 African presidents and sparked a genocide against the Tutsi of Rwanda in 1994. So he's in the States to talk about the same old nonsense that he's been lying to the whole world for the past 30 years. So this is what he has forgotten to tell him. He forgot to tell them that the genocide started because he himself, nobody else, he ordered the assassination of 2 presidents. This is what sparked the genocide. And on top of that, his army was among the people who infiltrated the people who went to kill people just because they target them because they're Tutsi. But why are they targeting them? Because everybody in the country knew that Kagame, the Tutsi army, the Tutsi rebel, are the ones who assassinated the president, and they assassinated 2 Hutu presidents. You know, recently I heard the Kenyans, somebody in Kenya speak and warn Kenyans that if they assassinate politicians, if they assassinate XYZ, that is going to be worse than Rwanda, yo. Assassinating politicians, especially heads of state, is a very dangerous business. This started a world war in Europe. In case people don't remember how the European World War be starting. So the African World War, which is the Rwandan War, pretty much is like the African World War, started because this guy who's in the fake prayer breakfast in the USA ordered the assassination of 2 African presidents of the opposite tribal group that he was fighting against. Is it so surprising that then people take it on the people of his tribe group because they're like, oh, you killed the president, so you're gonna die? This is the mentality. This is how people are manipulated when you live in a country that's based on tribalism. And this poison, the tribalism in Rwanda, is still so prevalent. He's still practicing this tribalism. But he goes off to the USA. He forgets to tell them that he is the one who ordered the assassination of these 2 Hutu presidents, him as the head of the Tutsi army. He forgets to tell you that his army infiltrated those people who are called Hutu extremists, the militias. They infiltrated them and helped them kill the Tutsi just so it could be total chaos in the country, just so they could take over power. This has been extensively researched by so many people. Shout out Nana, Noel Danyuzwe, Judy River, Michaela Wrong. So many people have shown, particularly the book Judy River has shown you how the Kagame's army infiltrated the people who were killing the Tutsi, his own people, so that they could participate in the killing and make it worse. You know how, like, over here in Canada, you have protests, and then you have people who infiltrate the protest to make it so much more violent. So then it appears to the whole world as if it's much worse, and these people are doing crazy things, and then they have a reason. So, not saying Rwandans were doing that, but it's kind of comparable and similar, because how he assassinates the president, two presidents of the country, and then he infiltrates the army, which is killing the Tutsi. And then he forgot to tell you at the prayer breakfast that his group, his political party, writes to the UN and prevents the UN from intervening, says no, don't come to Rwanda to intervene. You know, they like to say that the international community abandoned Rwanda. It's a lie. It's a lie. His own people wrote to the UN in April and told them not to intervene. So, my people, criminals do not go to prayer. There's no amount of prayers, no amount of prayer breakfast clubs that you can go to if you are a criminal. And then on top of adding, you keep lying. It doesn't even go to a prayer meeting to confess, to seek redemption, to recognize his own part in the crimes, in the tragedy that has happened in Rwanda. He has a huge, huge part, because as the man who ordered the assassination of two presidents and sparked that genocide, he has a huge, huge responsibility. He doesn't go for none of that. He goes there to keep on lying and keep on lying. So this is precisely why the Congolese people do not want to negotiate with the people who claim to be Tutsi in Congo and who are fighting, because their negotiations is always fake negotiations. Let's remember that the two presidents that Kagame ordered to assassinate were coming from peace talks. He assassinated two Hutu presidents who were coming from peace talks. The president of Rwanda and the president of Burundi, coming from peace talks. Today, he invades Congo, claiming that he's over there to save the Tutsi. And then he asks for negotiations. What do you think he will do to the Congolese people who will go to negotiate with him? Because what did he do to the Rwandan president who wanted to negotiate peace with him, to the Burundi president who went to witness his peaceful negotiations? He assassinated the presidents who went to peaceful negotiations. And today you wonder why Congolese people be like, we're negotiating with you. Bravo. Bravo to the Congolese people for saying no to the fake negotiations. And these prayers, fake prayer breakfast club, these prayers are going to be rejected by the Supreme Being. The Supreme Being doesn't take prayers from criminals who are there lying, adding on to their crimes by keeping on the lies. My people, so this is what is happening in the USA. I would like, if you know these people, the governor, on top of that, Biden, the president to president, don't even want to see him. So he's meeting with governors now. You know, that's like going to Rwanda and meeting with the mayor, and you're a president of a country and you get met by a mayor because the president of that country doesn't want to see you because it's like too much political liability. Yo. Too much. So apparently there was a real prayer breakfast club with the president, with Biden, but that's not the one that he went to, but his newspaper propaganda machine in Rwanda been lying that he went to the official one. No. Apparently he went to a parallel one. So anyways, my people, this is what we had to say in English. Let's move into French and keep commenting on what is happening. All right, la famille. Merci la famille, merci d'être là. On bouge en français. Alors aujourd'hui, on fait les commentaires sur, évidemment, on commence chez nous, sur le Kagamistan qui est allé aux États-Unis, soi-disant pour des prières. Non, mais ça, honte. Un Africain qui envahit ses frères africains, qui tue les Africains, qui ensuite s'en va aux États-Unis pour des prières. Et le pire, c'est qu'à ces prières, il a continué à propager sa propagande et ses mensonges, alors que c'est un meeting pour les prières.